All right, thank you guys, everybody, for jumping on the call tonight. I'm super excited to hear from Megan. Like I shared in our team page, she has just totally been crushing it since she signed up last October. I went back and looked, and she signed up October 2nd, is that right? And has been in Success Club 10 every single month since, including October when she got started. And she's consistently been the top Success Club point earner in the entire team. We've just hit over 500 coaches this month. So that's absolutely amazing that she is, number one, consistent and hitting these numbers from the very beginning. So obviously she's got a system that has worked for her. I know she and I chatted earlier in this month, and she was sort of having a rough start, but she's completely turned that around. And last I checked, I think was at Success Club 20, and it's been adding people ever since. So I'm sure it's even higher than that. So I can't wait to hear what she has to say, and go ahead and get started. And thanks again for jumping on our call tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me. So, like she said, I started in October, and I really wasn't planning on working the business, partially because I've worked other businesses and not very successful. I'm pretty busy. I have 6 kids. I breed dogs, so it's like, and I work full time, so it's really difficult for me to do anything extra. But when I was laid off over the summer, I was gaining a lot of weight and just really unhappy, not a lot of energy. And so I had been watching people doing 21-day fix and losing weight. And I was like, I even had the workouts for 2 months prior to actually starting. And so then I started working out in August after I seen a picture of myself from a friend's wedding, and I was like, oh, hell no, this has gotten out of control. Because I don't know why when I looked in the mirror, I didn't see what I saw in that picture until now. Now I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, there it is. So I started working out. I had done almost 2 rounds when I decided to start coaching. I actually borrowed the program from a friend, and but I would watch the videos, and I was like, I really want to do the Shakeology. I really wanted to do the refresh, but like I said, I was laid off, so I ended up just buying. I think I ended up doing PIO because I had borrowed the 21-day fix. So I ordered PIO with Shakeology because from the infomercials on the workout videos, I was like, I really want to try Shakeology. And then I decided to do Coach because partially I just really like deals. And I was like, but maybe I can sign people up and get free product. But I really, even then, because of all my failed attempts at other, distributing type companies, I really wasn't even thinking that far into it. But then, so I posted my results, and instantly I had people messaging me, and I ended up making my money back that same week that I bought into coaching. And so, and I really wanted the accountability because I do work. And so it's really easy for me to just kind of quit working out and just go back to the way it was. And so with coaching, I'm going on 8 months of the program I've been doing. And this is the longest I've stuck with anything. And I know it's because of one, I'm trying to work it as a business. And so I have to, if I want to post, I have to be working out. I have to be drinking my Shakeology. And so I think the things that have made me the most successful is just getting results from the program. So if you aren't actually doing your program the way you're supposed to, you have to be a product. You have to show them what they want. So I do a lot of invites. I invite a ton of people. Deanna and Justin did a go for the no. And I seriously went through, and at that time I had just over 1,000 friends probably. I invited every single girl on my friends list. I didn't even think about it. And what I learned from that is that the people that I thought would say yes didn't. And the people that said yes, I did not think that they would. I didn't think they would be interested. And I did sign up a couple of people that way with not knowing them, but now I try not to do that as much. Like I try to like start talking to people and kind of getting that rapport first. And it actually works out because I think before I was a little bit of a hermit too. Like I'm busy. I work in construction, so it's like I don't know when I'm working, where, you know, it's just always different. And so I tend to put like my friendships kind of on the back burner. And so now I've made many friends, like, and they're like mostly like some acquaintances that I've had. And now like I have people that I talk to all the time. So it's like really kind of enriched my life as well that way. But let's see what else. And then so another thing I kind of wanted to talk about is like just the mindset that I have every single day is, and not every single day, because believe me, I have days where, like in the beginning of this month, so I got 32 success points last month, which is higher than I've ever done before. And my goal for that month was 26 because I had gotten 24 the month before. So I'm like, if I could just beat that, you know, plus we were doing that team cup thing. So I was trying to get a lot for that. But, oh, what was I just thinking? Oh, okay. So my mindset since starting, what I've noticed is a lot of people that signed up in February were people that told me no in November. And so what I'm finding is that I hear it on calls too sometimes where it's like no actually means not right now. And I really believe that, because a lot of the people that are signing up with me now told me no before and really had no interest, and then they see you being consistent. And even really skinny girls like want to lose weight, you know what I mean? Like nobody's really happy with the way that they are. And so I also kind of go a different way with, if they already look like they're in pretty good shape, I'll talk more about the way I feel. Because like the cleaner I'm eating and drinking my shakes and everything, like I feel better. And most people don't feel good when they're eating all the processed foods, and so they really are like, yeah, I really want to just feel better. Like I'm a size 4, but I feel like crap all the time. And so, you know, I kind of focus on that with some people depending on who I'm talking to. But the biggest thing is that I try not to put too much pressure on myself and just know that people will sign up as long as I continue to invite them. I continue to do the program, and you know, and just talking to people. Like, you have to break the ice, because I watched somebody losing weight, and if she would have asked me, I probably would have signed up a lot sooner. But she never asked me, and I didn't really know her that well. And so I ended up signing up with someone I don't even really know, because it was more comfortable for me to ask her than an acquaintance, you know, for some reason it was. But so that's pretty much it. I listen to my personal development every day. I listen to a ton of team calls from people that I don't really know. Like I go on YouTube and watch Raina Odell, Anita Myron. I kind of like just watch a ton of videos. I listen to a bunch of stuff. Like I don't really listen to music in my car anymore, and I drive like an hour a day one way. So it's usually on personal development or just listening to YouTube. But it's pretty much all I have right now. Do you have any questions?
That's awesome, Megan. Like, I think you hit on a couple really key points there that I hope you guys and those who listen to the recording understand. And a really big one was how she said a couple times in there the importance of being a product of the product and showing that these programs are working. Because it's so true. You know, if we are only sort of drinking our shakes but not really following the meal plan, or we're doing our workouts but we're not following the meal plan, and people see us staying the same every single day, and then we're sending them these invites saying, these products are amazing, you can lose 10 pounds, and they're thinking, but I've been following you for 4 months and you don't look any different. You know, there's a big inconsistency there. And I think one thing Megan has done really well is share her story and put herself out there and share those before and after photos that are scary to put up there. You know, nobody likes to share their before photos. I still cringe 2 years later when I'm like, ugh, post, you know, like nobody likes that, but people need to see where you came from, and they need to see you being consistent and showing up every day. So that, I think, is something that Megan has done really well, and I want to make sure everybody really hears that. And then inviting without filters, like you said, is so important. And I think sometimes new coaches have to see that for themselves to really understand. But I have had, 2 years later, people do the programs who I never, ever would have thought would have said, like, yes. Like my crazy old aunt who loves the 21-day fix and does it like every single day, and then just messaged me about 22-minute hardcore. And I'm like, really? Okay. But, like Megan said, is like, who are you to judge what's going to be best for these people? And who are you to take away this opportunity by making these assumptions about people? Because you just never know, right? And like she said, no matter whether you're skinny or not, everybody wants to feel healthier. Everybody wants more energy. Everybody wants to sleep better, have more confidence, have more income. So knowing that you, Megan, work full-time and you have 6 children, which is amazing, how do you handle your time? How do you manage to reach so many people?
So I'm also like a Facebook addict, so I'm on my phone a lot anyways. And so now I'm actually making that work for me. I actually was just introduced to a program that I'm still I do like it. Have you heard of Teamzy? Have you already talked about that? Yeah, so I just started using Teamzy, but I'm kind of like, how do I know, like, because I'm doing my invites and then also my follow-ups and then even just my conversations, like the forming stuff. Like I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but I don't really see a way to like keep track of the difference in those. So that's but really what I try to do is before bed I do it, and then I was trying like on my 9 o'clock break, I do a few things, maybe answer messages if I have messages, and then if not, then I'll do some invites. And then what I like about the Teamzy is it's still bringing up people, and so I'm not having to search for them. And then I do what I can. I mean, I don't really have like a power hour per se that I do, but I have time to work on it. And so I go into Teamzy, and I'm also trying to be more organized, which I like. And so I try to do it all at once because I will let people slide through the cracks. I've even got people that I'll tell, like, I'm going to put you in my challenge group, and I totally forget about them. And so another app that I used on my phone is called Asana. It's ASANA. Have you heard of that? Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of like throwing people, like I'll have, April challenge group. I'll just put their name in that, and so that way I'll remember. And one other thing I forgot to mention that I wanted to talk about that I did different this month is, so ever since I started, 21-Day Fix has been on promotion for $140 except for December. And I remember in December, like my mindset was really like, nobody's going to want to pay the $160 and, blah, blah, blah. Well, this month I haven't done 22 Hard Corp, so I don't really know how. I mean, I started it, but as far as like trying to sell it, or, I just wasn't feeling that comfortable. And so instead of like worrying about how much 21-Day Fix was being like $160 more, it's still worth $160. And so like my mindset wasn't based on the sale as much as the value of the program. And I don't think I've sold any 22 Hard Corps this month. It's all been 21-Day Fix, which for me, like even in December, like I think it took me almost to the very end of the month to hit Success Club 10. Like the whole month in the beginning, like I had nothing. And then they put the 21-Day Fix on sale. And so I was like, and So my point is like, if you go in with the mindset of the program is too expensive, I think not only are you somehow, I don't really know how, but we portray it. And when we talk to people, you really have to like talk about it confidently, like how it really doesn't matter how much it costs, because realistically, if you told me in August, it's going to cost you $160 to look and feel the way that you do, I would not give crap about $160. Like, it's really, I mean, I do buy Shakeology every month. That's a choice. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't love it, I don't have to do it, and I'm still going to lose weight. I personally love it, so I'm going to continue to drink it. And so, I don't know, like, I really took, from this month, I really learned that I think that I inhibit myself just by having these little beliefs and kind of running with it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's very, very true. And have you read You Are a Badass?
Yeah.
Yeah, she talks about that in there, you know, about how when you basically, like, if you're up here with your frequency and your belief in the price, but then you sort of prejudge somebody and think like, oh, they could never afford it. And then you bring yourself and your energy all the way down to this level, and it's actually doing them a disservice. Mm-hmm. You know, because like you said, if somebody sees the quality and they see the potential in something, they're going to spend the money on it. Yeah. You know, like if they believe it, they want it bad enough, they're going to do it. I mean, how many people have an iPhone? Everybody has an iPhone, and they're like $400, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And that's the other thing, is just making it where, you know, another thing I do, because whenever I go out, I always try to make sure I look my absolute best, because like, really, like, people will see you and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, you look great. And I feel good, and it's going to show. And so, you know, that's like payment enough, really, like this program, like, let alone the people that I sign up and I get to help and make money, like, because I do make pretty decent. I mean, it's not like a lot, but, you know, anyways, it's just like what I get from doing the program is just amazing, you know, and if you show that, then it's really going to take that price and just make it where it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you guys have, Melissa or Roxanne, do you guys have any questions for her?
So how much time do you spend on planting seeds and inviting, do you think, daily? Is there like an average amount of time you spent?
So, I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. One of my daughters needs me to go give her a tuck-in, so I'll be right back. Sorry.
I wish it was my kid's bedtime. Shoot. Anyway, so it differs every day, because like actually, hold on, that just reminded me of something. Kira!
Hey, Roxanne. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Sorry, my lighting sucks over here. Am I super dark?
A little bit. I know I was earlier because I was in my car, but and then I got home. So
yeah, you need to get better lighting.
Oh my God. My daughter was supposed to leave to pick up my other daughter from tumbling, and she gets done at 7, which is like 5 minutes. Okay. So sorry about that. Okay. So every day is kind of different because it depends on my work schedule. I probably spend more than an hour a day, but some days, like, I really don't get much. Like, even though I didn't work today, I didn't do too many invites, but I was talking to multiple people just kind of throughout. So what I'm trying to do is get where I do like an hour a day, where I just sit down with a laptop and bust it all out. I think like something that's really important is to have like a goal set for yourself on how many people that you are actively talking to about the program. You know, not just like inviting them, but like having people that you're talking, because like I've had conversations that last like a month, but I still feel pretty good about the fact that they're gonna sign up at some point. And I think for me that helps my mind at ease, knowing that I've got people that I'm talking to that are interested. But yeah, so I mean, I go for an hour. Sometimes I do a little bit more just because, like I said, I'm kind of addicted to Facebook. And so, like, I'm always, like, answering messages and talking to people. But I'd say just in inviting, actually just in inviting maybe only, like, 20 minutes a day.
Mm-hmm. You said Team Z. I haven't heard of that before. Is that Team with the letter Z that you use as an app?
I think it's not an app. I think it's like a website. Well, I don't know. I think it's a website. So
it's a website. I actually did a team call about it a few weeks ago. So
yeah, it's really good.
Have you started using it, Roxanne?
I started playing around with it just a bit just last week.
Mm-hmm.
So this week I'm trying to kind of get into it a little deeper.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So the teamz.com, I'm sorry, I didn't attend that meeting. Is it teamz.com?
Yeah, TEAMZY.
Okay, thanks.
And you can do a 30-day free trial, so you can totally have lots of time to check it out and see if you like it. And check out the team video or team call I did about it, because I basically walk you through how to set it up, how I use it, and all that good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Sorry, I had to run out. If you had any questions, Roxanne, or if you have time to ask her.
Megan, I'm just curious. I know we all have our own, what our key customer or, looks like, but have you talked to a lot of guys?
Not really. I have signed some guys up, but they usually approach me. Okay. I am not totally comfortable asking guys, I think, because I don't want them to think I'm being, like, weird or, like, thinking. And I have asked some guys because after I had a few of them, like, messaging me, I'm, like, kind of the same thing. Like, I don't know who wants what, so I try to just word it so they don't think I'm being, like, hitting on them or something.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, like, my own little fear is worried about that. But the other, I mean, I don't know. I don't ask too many.
Okay, that's what I'm just curious about that because I've questioned that. Yeah. I was curious. Thank you.
Yeah. And one other thing that I've kind of been doing too is changing. So I used to use scripts that were really long, like tried to kind of cover a whole bunch at once. And so now, and I think part of it too is because I've also invited so many people already. So now my new invite is I just kind of will just say something real short and sweet, like just letting you know that I'm setting up another challenge group. I'd love to get you set up, and that's pretty much it. And I've been getting pretty good responses with that. I'm getting less people just seeing my message and not responding. Like usually they respond, and it kind of makes sense because when I get these long messages from people, I'm like, I don't know, whatever, and I just get out, and so it kind of makes you more of a person rather than some recording, you know what I mean, or whatever. And I think it, even though it's really short, like that's really how I would talk to you. Like I wouldn't say, hi, my name's Megan, and I just started coaching for Beachbody, which is the makers of, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like that's not how I would really in person have a conversation. And then, like, once you invite them again, like, what do you say? Like, you got a different, really long script you use. So, I don't know. I really am liking the really short scripts, and really just making it more of a conversation. Even though it's kind of the same thing that I say, it's less scripty feeling,
Yeah, that's a really good point because I'm the same way. Like, if I get a really long message, you look at it and you're like, I can't deal with that. I'll look at it tomorrow or, in 3 days or when I have 10 minutes to read it, and then you never end up looking at it. I think just because online now we're so used to having such short attention spans, that we want everything in these little snippets that'll take us like 3 seconds. And I used to do that too in the beginning. You give these invites, explaining everything about the program and Shakeology and yeah, I'm the same way now. My invites are really short, and they definitely work a lot better. So that's a really good point.
And I don't try. I used to try to answer everything in one, cover everything in one response rather than just having a conversation, because like in my head, I'm like, well, they don't check their Facebook as often as, you know, because I also for some reason feel like I need to be like bam, 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 bam. And I do like to be like that. But I don't have to answer every question that they could have and just answer the question that they asked me. And, you know, because you can spend a lot of time like trying to do all those really long messages, and I don't know, I just try to make it a little bit shorter and sweeter.
Absolutely. Yeah, people like that, and I think they appreciate that you are also being respectful of their time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, do you guys have any other questions for her? All right, well, thanks so much for jumping on the team call tonight, Megan. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day and sharing with us what's been working so well. I'm sure the team is excited to listen to the recording and the playback, and will find this really helpful.
And that's really exciting that you've made such progress in what I would consider such a short time. So appreciate being able to hear from you as well.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
You too. Thanks.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.